Howdy, folks. Welcome to this week's energy forecast for the week of January 26th through February 1st. I can already feel February's energy coming in, and I am like stupid excited about February. It's gonna feel so much different than January. If you've been feeling a little bit off kilter in January, or a little stuck, or a little confused, or a little like, what just happened? February is about to change that. So I'm excited. Welcome. If you are joining me live, say hello. If you are joining on the replay, say hello. If you're joining me through email or some other platform, comment below and say, hi, Cindy. Okay. Aloha, Timothy. Nice to see you. All right. So today I'm going to break down the energetic forecast for the week ahead, just like you check the weather before you go outside and decide what you need to wear. If you need an umbrella or a jacket or shorts and a t-shirt, we need to check the energetic weather too. Now, that is, to be very clear, this is nothing about how this is going to dictate how you operate. This doesn't give you an excuse or a permission slip to fuck off from your business and not do anything and sit on the patio and meditate and manifest things. This is about learning how to tactically capitalize on the energy to get the greatest return on investment of each and every day. This is not about, oh, well, Mercury's going to be in retrograde, so maybe you shouldn't do anything today. I don't speak that language. What we talk about here is tactical, tangible moves to make every single day to capitalize on the energy, to capture the juice out of every fucking day. Because ultimately, if you're building a business, there's hard things to do. There's consistent things to do. There's stuff that you need to get done. And some of it is mundane and some of it is boring. But if you are in that state all the time and not capitalizing on the energy to experience the most out of every day, what the fuck are you doing it all for anyway? So let's break it down. The end of January brings in a bit of a mixture of energy. We start off the week with really getting clear on what's most important, especially as we're prepping for moving into February and that Mercury retrograde is coming. But really understanding where the line in the sand is, really understanding what's most important. One thing I've learned over the years being an entrepreneur is that I can't do it all at once. As much as I would love to do all the things all the time, it is not possible. The word balance just simply doesn't exist. But what we can find is a rhythm and equilibrium. And at the beginning of the week is really this vibe of finding that equilibrium and finding that rhythm. What am I going to focus on? What is most important to me? And what seeds do I want to plant for October, November of 2026? And then moving on those seeds. Nurturing those seeds. And then as we move into the middle of the week, we're looking at different energy where all of a sudden things of value, things of, focused on our health, our sales, our physical environment, our body, our bank accounts, all of a sudden we start to feel this more mental capacity to be able to share our ideas, get into community and be in with thought leaders and take up space. So now it's like, oh, I've got all these ideas and I want to share all these ideas. So the opportunity midweek is to really get into spaces where you have the opportunity to share. Do live streams, to speak in summits, to speak in wherever, whatever platform you have available to you. The more you can express, the better. Take up space in your mastermind spaces. Share and create more content. Share and create more audio trainings, video trainings. You've got a huge window in the middle of the week to be able to do this. You'll be able to capitalize on this and use that creative expression to your advantage. And then as we move towards the end of the week, we've got, remember when I did the quarterly forecast? So every quarter I break down the next 90 days so that you can really understand and plan for the next 90 days in your business. And when I was talking about January, February, March, this term came in the wild, wild west. And we have that first pocket of energy happening at the end of January on the weekend. So we've got a little bit of like, expect the unexpected, who knows what's going to happen. And in that, the important thing to do is to lean into the idea of possibility, of curiosity. I wonder what could happen. Not, oh shit, I'm worried about what's going to happen. And oh my God, what if that happens? Don't go worst case scenario. Go into, ooh, I'm so curious. What if this happened? What if that person reached out? What if somebody paid me in full today? What if 3 people paid me in full today? What if a new offer just dropped into my awareness halfway through doing my workout? All of these things are possible. Anything is possible. And Friday this week brings in this huge vibe of Wild, Wild West. So don't be so busy towards the end of the week with all the 100 ideas and the million things you've got going on. You're an entrepreneur. Of course you have a million ideas, but create intentional spaciousness so that you don't miss the magic, so that you don't miss the opportunities and the possibilities that are likely to come your way at the end of the week if you are actively looking for them. Then on the weekend, we shift from January to February. So we've got a big shift in energy. February is going to feel a hell of a lot different. We've got big amplification energy. And if I can give any advice for the month of February, it would be to double or triple or 10x the amount of gratitude you have for your experience right here, right now. Because what you focus on expands. And the 3 energy of February is only going to expand it even more. So I intend to 10x my gratitude, not that I'm not already crazy grateful for every experience, but to really double down on that. But as we shift from January to February over the weekend, the one thing that I want to share with you is to really slam the door shut on January. January is going to be over. Close the door. Don't look back. Don't reopen it. Lock it tight. Put a padlock on that fucker and be gone. Move into February with this fresh energy. And then when you land into that full moon in Leo on February 1st, just wave your freak flag. Be fucking weird. Nobody cares anyways. Nobody's watching. But if you're on social media, if you do live streams, if you're sharing content, if you're sharing about who you are, just go ham. Go wild. Be a little crazy. That's the goal here. That Leo full moon isn't going to let you hide from who you are anymore. It's really not. And then move into February with this crazy high vibe energy and amplify even more of who you are.